Hey, welcome to the first ever Smp Show. I'm your host, Shaz Bey, and we're very excited to present this show to you. Now, you're probably curious, what is an Smp Show, what it's about? Well, what we would like to bring to you, our audience, young Marines, single and unaccompanied Marines and sailors, anybody attached to a Marine command, is that we're here to bridge the gap between your base, your unit, your station, and the island of Okinawa, and even farther than that, the entire country of Japan. So we're here to bring to you the local cultural attractions, the traditions, as well as bring you the struggles of being a Marine stationed out in Okinawa, the satire of it, and the solutions to that struggle. And so our show is going to consist of different segments, and one of those segments will be interviewing. And today we have Mr. Gerald Sharber, who is the Smp program manager, and let's go ahead and ask him some questions. Thank you for being on this show, Mr. Sharber.
I appreciate being able to come out and talk with you about the Smp program.
Thank you. I have a few questions for you, and one of the ones that I really want to touch on is that Smp has this image that it's only for a particular type of Marine. Now, that particular type of Marine is not the smoothest cat out there. Man, he probably stays in on Saturday nights, probably likes to play, card games, Pokemon, things of that nature. And so for that reason, maybe Smp has this image that's limiting its value or its outreach. I mean, what would you have to say to that? What are you doing to change that around?
That's a great question, actually. It's a true statement that, most people, when they think of Single Marine program, they think of that Marine or that sailor that just stays inside their barracks room, that's secluded, that can't make friends. All they want to do is play video games or play on a card game or just search on the laptop. That's by far not the case. This program is meant for every person that's single, unaccompanied. Doesn't matter if you're a junior enlisted, lance corporal, PFC, or if you're that colonel, general officer that's here unaccompanied or single. This program is meant for you. This program is about you. This program is for you. And basically within this program, the limitations of what we can do for you within the program, there's nothing there. If you can imagine it, we're trying to do it for you. So that's what we're about. That's what the program is meant for.
And also, I don't think it's very geeky at all, because we have so many outdoorsy trips. We have so many things that involve athletic competition, try to have different sort of tournaments, and we definitely try to have trips to different places like Mount Fuji, and we try to travel up and down the island. So I mean, it's a very outdoorsy, very physical sort of a program, because recreation and being physically active is very important in establishing and upkeeping morale.
I mean, by name alone, it's a Marine program. And if you look at the typical Marine, every Marine is a rifleman first. So they have to go through the rigors of becoming a Marine. So the trips that we do, the events that we do, it's for Marines. It's for sailors that have been through that rigor and that challenge to make themselves the best of the best. So whether it's snorkeling, taking out on a dive trip, having you climb Mount Fuji, or just, getting in the boat and doing the horror race, it's a challenge. And it's mentally and physically draining on you. So it's not for that Marine who just, people think that, well, he just sits there on the game and plays on computer. It's not about that. We're here for every type of Marine that's out there.
I mean, it's not just all about, sitting down playing video games, and Marines love video games, but it's also for going out there and experiencing nature, experiencing what Okinawa has to offer. So I mean, that's a very important stereotype that I feel like this show and Smp in general will overcome. That it's not just for this one type of Marine, it's for everybody. As you said, it's not just for enlisted, it's also for officers as well. And it's also for unaccompanied Marines who have been stationed out here, PCS out here, or even TAD or UDP out here, that are here only for a certain amount of time, and they're unaccompanied, so they're trying to find out, what is a Marine's thing to do out here? Where are the other Marines that I can talk to find out, what is there to do out here?
I mean, just like you said, the UDP units. You have those staff units, those officers that are married, but once they come as a UDP unit, they're a single Marine, and that's what we look at them.
Right.
We don't say, well, just because you got a wedding band on your finger that you can't be a part of this program. That's
Right.
not even the case.
Okay.
We're here for you as a Marine, that no matter where you go,
Okay.
no matter, like I say, no matter time, no place, we don't care.
Right.
You're a single Marine at that point in time, and we're here to take care of you. We're here to make sure that your needs are met.
Okay.
So whether you want to go fishing,
Okay.
or whether you want to learn about pottery class,
Okay.
just financial aid or whatever, that's what the program's meant for. So,
Okay.
like I said, if you have that need, we're here to meet your need.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got involved with SMP?
Maybe a long story, since I've been in Okinawa for about 17 years now. So one of the things that being in Okinawa, like I said, is the challenges. I've been here with the young Marines. I was a young Marine when I first came to Okinawa, Lance Corporal.
Okay.
Okay. Fresh out of boot camp, motivated to be a part of this, be a part of the Marine Corps. So you had that motivation. But being here now and this aspect of as a program manager for single Marines, one of the things that I'm looking forward to, and just bringing a new aspect and making sure the Marines are taken care of, making sure their voice is heard.
Okay.
One of the things about me, I came from Kentucky.
Okay.
So it's not one of the things where you meet a lot of people from Kentucky, but being in the Marine Corps is a very small knit community. So I want to make sure that when Marines leave here, it gives them different options and different avenues that they can go about themselves, no matter where they go in the Marine Corps, even when they get out of the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So this is just one of the things about me.
So, what makes SMP appealing to you, and your vision for it is for it to be a vehicle for Marines to go ahead and be exposed to different avenues, as you said, that they can pursue if they're interested in it. Now, can you tell me, with Okinawa having the particular circumstances that it does, is very different from CONUS, why is SMP so important here, and how is it different from SMP in the States?
Well, SMP as a whole is the voice for the junior Marines, as you said. The intent is basically for us to be the advocate for you guys. So we're able here to basically go to those senior leaderships and provide them those quality life issues that you guys have within your barracks or wherever it is, trying to get out and find trips, things to do. Like you said, we can't go to a Kevin Hart concert here.
Right.
So we want to find those things that you can do and enjoy in Okinawa. The swimming, being able to go out and take a snorkeling dive, things of that nature. So that's what we're here about. We want to make sure that your quality life issues are addressed. We want to make sure that you're getting everything you can out of Okinawa, not being that Marine that stays constantly inside that barracks. We don't want that. We want you to come out and experience what Okinawa has to offer. So we understand at 96, we can't get up and I am heading to Mexico.
Right.
It doesn't happen. So what we want to do, we want to make sure that, hey, that there's something out here for you Marines to do. So whether that's, say, going snorkeling, going to the beach, going to the mall to go shopping, or just coming here to relax and enjoy the AC, get on the computer for Wi-Fi, or whether it's just to sit down and just talk to us.
Okay.
That's what we're here for. We want to make sure that your voice is heard. We make sure that we're doing things that you asked us to do within the Single Marine program.
Okay. So you brought up a very interesting point. Okinawa is a very insulated island. We're surrounded by water. There's no privacy. There's over 15,000 Marines here. So, like you said, on the 96, we can't just poof and disappear.
Right.
So we got to make the most of what we have over here. And so SMP, what they try to do and what they do and have been doing successfully for the past 20 years is bring different things that Marines can do. And some of the things that you mentioned, like snorkeling, like going to different attractions and historical areas, and getting a feel of what Okinawa is, and to really discover the culture of this place. Now, are there any sort of events that are very important throughout the calendar year, or some sort of what are the highlights of SMP, the things that really set it apart, that will make it very attractive to Marines?
Well, one of the things recently that we're trying to do now, we're trying to add back more to what Marines were made of, the heritage of the Marine Corps. Being here in Okinawa, you actually get to go to those battle site tours and see the things that Marines actually stood on this ground here and went about doing their business. So being in Okinawa, that's one of the few places where you can actually come and see it from their standpoint. Being in Pendleton, being in Lejeune, it's different. You don't get that. But you come to Okinawa where you, as a Marine, you had brothers and sisters that came before you that were here. So you get to go see what they went through.
Right.
So it's one of the things that being in Okinawa, that we want to make sure that you get that experience, that you actually get to see what Marines went through. And then being able to take you on trips of importance to you, like getting you back to Iwo Jima, so you can see what Marines and sailors went through during that time frame.
Okay, that's a good point, because we're literally living in history right here. It's a continuation of everybody who came before us, and now we're in their footsteps, and so we get to go ahead and enjoy what they saw before us. And so we can understand, okay, this is importance, the strategic importance of this island as a Marine. And as a person, we can go around and enjoy the beautiful sights that Okinawa has to offer. So I know that SMP does trips off island as well, like Mount Fuji, like Iwo Jima. And I know that they also organize paintball and trips to forest adventure parks. So SMP, they really promote an outdoorsy, active, get out there, meet people, sort of a lifestyle, wouldn't you say?
Yes, they do. The components basically of the Single Marine program is quality of life, first and foremost, making sure that your needs are met. Okay. Recreation and community involvement. So being able to get back out in the community and be involved with, the Okinawan culture, right. That's what we're about. So, the cleanups, fence cleanups, or just going to maybe a local tea house, so you can understand the tea customs and how they present themselves, and understanding that as a Marine, I don't get this every day. I don't get to see what Okinawans go through. So I enjoy my time here spent and be a positive, positive influence on other Marines, letting them know that when I came to Okinawa, I just didn't sit in my barracks room. I didn't sit there and just drink alcohol all the time. These are things that they had going in Okinawa. And that's what the Single Marine program is about, and making sure that you as a Marine get those things and have that avenue to go out and find those things for you. Okay,
it's like sort of SMP helps to bring the world to you.
Yes,
and in this situation, it would be Okinawa. It brings Okinawa to you. That's why community involvement is so important. Besides relationship between the Japanese government and the U.S. Marine Corps, it's also an opportunity for Marines to get out there and earn some LOAs and other things of that nature that'll help them in their careers along the line, right?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
What I've learned over my last couple of months in this program is that Marines love LOAs.
Right.
So we want to make sure,
we do.
So we get that opportunity that we can find something for you to earn that LOA.
Right.
So to me, it's different, but to a Marine now, hey, that's what they need, that's what they want. We want to find those things for Marines to be able to go out, do something that's positive, be influential within the community, and receive that thing that they need, which is that LOA right now.
Right. Get involved in the community, set a positive image for the Marine Corps. And I think those are very, very important parts of the overall Marine Corps mission, returning better citizens to society, to the community. So can we touch a little bit about quality of life?
Okay.
Recreation aside, community involvement aside, how does SMP help give junior Marines a voice outside of their commands to help improve the quality of life? And what has SMP done so far regarding that?
Well, one of the things that we do within the program, and that's across the Single Marine program as a whole within the Marines, is that we have our meetings, whether it be weekly, whether it be monthly or bi-monthly, whatever. Marines have that opportunity to come here and voice the concerns they have with barracks issues, food establishments, or whatever it may be that impacts their quality of life.
Right.
So we take the information that they provide to us, and we go report back to the command saying, these are issues that Marines are having currently at this time.
Okay.
And making sure that that sergeant major or whoever that senior enlisted advisors know about the situation and concerns that the Marines are having, so we can address that and they have the right message, so they know who they need to turn to and get things accomplished.
Right. So they have a real feel for the street, and they can go ahead and send it up to hire whoever can make a difference.
Yes.
Because I know that Marines, they always want more bus service, that always want better chow hall food. So there's a lot of things that SMP has to balance in its priorities.
Right.
So I mean, but it is important because it's a major component of morale, and I believe that has to do a little bit about the history of SMP and why it was founded. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, one of the things that coming up when I was a young Marine, I didn't have this program when I was PFC, a Lance Corporal.
Right.
So somebody basically, 20 years ago decided that Marines are having these issues. Marines need a voice to be heard by a Lance Corporal PFC, that Lance Corporal underground connection where as a Lance Corporal, I can't go and say First Sergeant A, I can't get my washer to work.
Right.
So the program was established to help those Marines make sure that their voices are heard.
Right.
And we're their conduit to go back to senior leadership and say, these are the issues these Marines are having. Making sure that there's a working washer inside that barracks.
Right.
Making sure that their food needs are being met.
Right.
The bus that you decide on Okinawa work, making sure that they can't get those licenses. So
right.
we want to make sure that we can provide transportation for Marines to get to camps, that was one of the reasons why the Green Line was established there, because Marines couldn't get to and from their places of duty.
Right.
So being that conduit, they went back and said, Marines are having to get to these places.
Right.
But you're having Marines pay for taxi rides to go from Foster to Schwab, or from Foster to Hanson, and vice versa. So they're coming out of pocket.
Okay.
So this needs to, if you want your Marines to be in that point of place of duty, we have to find a way to help them out.
Right.
And that's one of the things that the Green Line came about. It was a mental essential that, hey, Marines have to get these places, so let's get them there.
Okay. So Smp, so basically Smp can also provide a voice for Marines to help better the mission, to better accomplish it faster, and what would make their jobs and their duties easier.
Yes.
So it benefits the entire mission out here in many ways. Besides morale, quality of life is a very important issue when it comes to mission accomplishment. Okay. So talking about the future now, what are some things that Smp would like to accomplish in the future, and what challenges is it facing right now?
Well, this day and age right now, everything, money is the big issue for anybody.
Right.
So we have to be relevant within the community, within the commands. So they have to see that Smp is vibrant, that Smp is doing something for the junior Marines and within the community. So if they don't see that we're doing something positive for young Marines, we're not going to get that support.
Right.
So we have to be, as a program, out there in front, leading by example, showing the senior leadership that the senior Marines are great. They're doing things that's beneficial to the Marine Corps as a whole, beneficial to the community.
Right.
So that's what, going forward, hopefully we get in that mindset of, hey, senior Marines are relevant.
Okay.
We always have to have the senior Marine program to do great things within the Marine Corps as a whole.
Okay.
And this show right here is one example of putting that word out that, hey, Senior Marine Corps is vibrant. That, hey, this show is about Senior Marines and about the Marine Corps, and that they see what they're doing now.
Okay, so this show is another conduit, like you would say, to go ahead and get the message out there, and for Marines who are watching to give their 2 cents, man, I would really like to see this. Man, we really need this, and I don't like this, and this needs to change. So this is another way for Marines out there to interact with those people who are here to help you out, to get your voice out. And so like you said, money is a big issue anywhere. So being relevant, I like that word, being relevant is very important because Smp has to offer things that Marines want. It's a very holistic organization. We depend on the feedback of Marines and what they want, and all right, this is what you want, let's see if we can get you that, because that's what motivates you, that's what you're into.
Yes.
So I understand that. So are there like any big events that Smp is known for? I've heard about the Dragon Boat races, I've heard about Tough Mudder. Is there anything new, or is there anything that you would really like to touch on that makes Smp Okinawa stand out versus Smp anywhere else?
Like I said, the Dragon Boat race is a great example. You're interviewing with the community.
Right.
It's a worldwide event where many people from all over come to partake in that type of event.
Right.
So this past year, as the Senior Marine program, we put 2 teams in. Of course, we would love to have more teams if possible, but understand the mission essential, the Marines having to go take care of their mission and being a Marine first, we get that. But we were able to go out, and within our heat, we took first place. We took second place overall. But again, that's just Marines getting together. Right. Practicing a few times. Right. And then
getting out their shops, getting out their units,
getting out, and understand that senior leadership, they have to take care of the mission first. We get that.
Right.
But being able to be released to come to practice and partake in the event was a great thing. We had 42 Marines out there conducting this event. Okay. And for that team that came together that first time as a whole team, we did great. Right. And it was the Marine Corps that did this event. And we were the last military service branch out there standing and competing for that last seat for a chance to win it all.
Once again, Marines do it best. Numbers don't lie. So, I like the Dragon Boat race. That's nowhere else in the world. That's literally a group of Marines coming together, rowing a Dragon Boat, competing against Japanese teams, Japanese firefighting teams and police teams and things like that. So it's a real great way for a Marines who have signed up to travel the world to really go out there and experience different cultures.
Yes.
And I think the Tough Mudder event here is also popular. It's very, I know it has its name out there. People know about this Tough Mudder.
Right. One of the things the MC has done is, the world famous Camp Hanson Mud right now. Is that it's a challenging course. So whether you're doing a 5K run or a 10K run, it's just a challenging course for anybody to come out. But understanding that this was a course and an event that was started by the Single Marine Program.
Okay.
So you know,
it's an original.
It's an original by the Single Marine Program. So we started it here for Camp Hansen. So understanding for Marines to be able to take part, or even civilians to take part in this, that it started first with the Single Marine Program over here.
Okay.
Do that again. So that's just one of the things that the recreational field, quality of life, and the concerns of just being involved with the community as a whole, that Single Marines are giving back and showing that what we can do within the program.
I mean, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about SMP?
I mean, a couple of events that we've been doing, you know, for the past couple of years now. The Fuji climb, you know, being able to actually leave Okinawa, go to and see Mount Fuji, climb Mount Fuji, is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for some people. So be able to just do that type of thing.
It's very different to see it in person versus a picture. In person, you get a true feeling for that size.
It's true. So I mean, you fly over, you get to see it, but when you actually have to hike up it, we have a couple Marines going, well, 35 Marines going out the 4th of July weekend to go do that. And that's something that we just provide back to the Marine Corps and say, hey, Marines, hey, here's a trip. You know, sometimes there's a nominal fee, but it's not where we don't want to put it out where the Marines have to always come out of pocket and can't afford to do a trip. So that's what Single Marine Corps, we're trying to find a way to offset costs for you guys. Find a way to put on the events for you guys that, hey, we can afford to do this for you. Let's do this as an entity under the MCCS umbrella. A couple of things. This past year, first time we went to Iwakuni. We teamed up with those guys over there, and we went and saw the Hiroshima Memorial. So Marines just walking through a place where, you know, it had, so some people had a significant impact on it. But just being able to see what happened during that time frame, that they actually get to see it and walk through and understand what that mindset was.
Living history. Thank you very much, Mr. Schreiber, for being on our show. I definitely learned a lot. I know these Marines watching, they don't want to admit it, but they learned something too. So thank you very much. And up next, we have Josh with the upcoming events for the months of June and July.
Okay, thanks Bagel. What's up guys? We're starting off Independence Day with a slip and slide event at Fatima, so bring your trunks. But if you don't have trunks, at least wear something. On the 7th and 21st, Fatima will have an open word night. So if you got some feelings you want to get out, come on down. On the 8th and 22nd, Fatima has a Magic the Gathering event. And on the 9th, there will be an all-camps meeting at Foster Bowling Center at 13:30. On the 10th, a bunch of guys who don't even lift are going to Courtney to have a healthy lifestyle fun day. On the 12th, if you're not trying to pay for the UFC fight, you're going to be showing it at Courtney for free. The main card includes Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor and Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald. The Fatima SMP office will be taking a trip to Expo Park Aquarium on the 18th, and another trip to Peace Prayer Park and Okinawa World on the 26th. Try to make your way to the aquarium. It's the second biggest in the world. You won't regret it. For those of you without cars and you're bumming it on the streets, there's free transportation to the locations. Also, be sure to stop by Courtney SMP office every Monday and Wednesday for free salsa lessons. Well guys, that's about it. Tune in next time for more updates. Check your local SMP office for more information.
Yo, that mother of dragons though, she a bad.
No. That wildling girl.
Jon Snow.
What?
Nothing, man. I'm hungry.
Yo, I got some marinated chicken in the fridge. If you guys want some, we can cook some.
We can do that? That sounds bomb. That
Yeah.
sounds really bomb. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
What we making today?
From later on, we had I seasoned some chicken. We put some adobo for all you Spanish people out there. We put some garlic. We put some black pepper and some limon. We got it. So we're gonna cook it up. I was thinking, so we got ramen noodles. We can put in the microwave because we don't have a pot, right? So we can put in the microwave. We can cook the chicken. All the little nice grease and juice from the chicken. We take the noodles out of the microwave, make some chicken lo mein. Good. Some little Asian dish.
Sounds good. Sounds
Good, man. I don't know about you. I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
We gotta hit this up.
What can I do?
So just chop some onions, get some a chop and some slice for the noodles. So the chop is for the chicken. Actually, you know what? Just slice it up.
Slices onion?
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do with this?
So you put this in the water, cook it for like 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
You want me to add the seasoning?
No, the chicken is already about to be seasoned.
Alright.
And that's all.
This reminds me of home. I live up there.
Like this little roast, creative.
Nice.
Like made out of tomato.
Wait, who taught you that?
Culinary school.
So I'm just gonna put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, cook time.
Slice and chop.
There you go.
Alright, wait till the onions are done, then we can start grilling the chicken. Put some aceite on it. Poquito.
What's the temperature you usually give to it? Alright. There comes the whole thing. How long is this gonna take? Quick. I'm pretty friendly in it.
I hate cutting onions.
Are you crying over there? What happened?
Good.
Yeah. You're working with that?
Think that's enough?
Yeah, that's enough, bro.
I got some banana here.
Remember what
I'm gonna cut some fruits here.
what's that for?
Huh? You
What's
know,
the bananas
whenever,
for?
you gotta make everything balance. You gotta have the fruits, you gotta have the meat, we got the starch here.
Hey.
You know, you gotta make it good.
You got
Hey,
it.
you taught me
You
well.
got it. Hawaiian power.
Hawaiian power.
You got it.
There you go.
Little sweetness in
This is pretty clean, so don't worry. There you go.
Can't really see. Oh, chicken.
Yeah. Estamos bien.
You know?
All the chicken, all the juice.
Oh,
My bad.
I like that. I like the sound.
I love that. Dicey tomatoes. Get some garnishing.
What is it? What? Hey, what are you doing?
We gotta learn Spanish.
Oh,
I said it smells good.
smells good.
Yeah. Don't try this at home, kids. You need utensils, not hands. Huh?
Yeah, don't try this out. That sounds good.
You know, living in the barracks life, you do what you got, not hands.
I'm just gonna put this on. I like to decorate my food, guys. So sorry if I'm taking too much time here. I like them look good.
Where are you gonna put the rolls at?
Roll?
Yeah.
It's gonna be on the the front center. I'm done. The starch is done. Well, yeah, I put it for 4 minutes here. It looks like it's a little bit.
Todavía está duro, esto está más fuera.
Put it 2 more minutes.
So this one's done, but that one.
Take it 2 more minutes. Nah.
Now,
I'm sorry, guys.
can add more onion.
So when I cook both sides, I'm add the onion. Cause I don't want to put it too early, cause then you're gonna overcook. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So what are we gonna do after this? Are you gonna slice the butter? Depends where you make your chicken.
You know, take it out real quick. Put the little seasoning in. Yeah,
Yeah.
more flavor. Oh yeah.
adobo. All these Spanish people love adobo. Everything tastes delicious, no salt. What is it? Ponlo adentro. Put it inside. Yeah. Ichiban, huh? Where did you get these from, man? Huh? Where did you get these from? The Ichiban noodles. Never had this before. Yeah, I bought it at the commissary. Just picked it out. I'm hungry one day. They didn't have ramen, so I was like, whatever. Yeah. Want me to put it back in? Guys, I don't want to put my hands in. Put it back in. Only for a little longer until the hard part soften up. Then we're gonna put them on the. There you go. That shit looks good. End of that chef there. Yeah, that's just what was that restaurant? And he was doing all the chicken and everything. I'm not a hibachi chef. I swear. Toma, 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 toma. Oh. Boy got some skills. Hibachi style. Hibachi style. Yeah. That was like that. Man, that's reminds me of home, man. Every time we go to parties and stuff, come back home late at night, and barbecue outside, making a lot of noises. Neighbors will be complaining.
Ah man, but I'm at work, my job, Smp Show,
Yeah.
we've won. Best mess hall of the quarter.
Four times in a row.
4 times.
It's something. Represented for Termo, you got the little F little sign. I got my utensils on, so I can't really throw it up. For Termo, all you air readers, don't forget to take me to Korea with you guys on the flight. Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, ready for the quarter, man. You know we got the 5th time. You know we got to win it again.
Yeah,
Nobody
what's
can
up?
beat us.
Hey, can you drink this real quick? Drink it real quick. Man, you got all the utensils here. Always prepared. Ghetto sliced chicken. It looks pretty good. What are the seasonings that you put in? I mean, soya, adobo. That's pretty good. You didn't have peppers, black peppers? Yeah,
Rain.
Don't add it yet, don't add it.
Well, what we added to the movie?
Hey, where's that black boy that was here earlier? You can't see that. Oh, dang. He's hiding over here. That's for the chicken. Onions, garlic. You want to put tomato? Yeah, add it. That's all the seasoning we need. I don't know what else you want to add. Pretty much add everything. I like my food without chicken. We don't count portions. Something that's like, four cups.
Gotta run it over, just like my song like
Ready for this? too much. You're gonna get it over. It's okay. We're going to keep that for this one. Don't worry.
See that? I'm over here.
Yeah.
Right there. This is how single Marines cook. Yeah, barracks life. Yeah, alright. Meat in there. Tomate. Cebolla. Onion.
Y'all call it tomate?
Tomate.
My language we call it tomata.
Alright, bam.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at that.
Amazing.
5-star barracks. 5-star barracks food right here.
Oh, look good.
Bam.
Got a starch
We
here.
got some chicken lo mein made out of, what is that? Ichiban?
Ichiban.
Ramen, or whatever it's called. Man, you got it. And some bananas for this little sweetness.
There's our garnish here. Got the red rose. Pretty amazing.
Great job, great job.
All right, everybody. I would like to thank you all for tuning in and watching the show. And once again, this is also your show. So please, if you have any sort of ideas of what you would like to see, what we're missing, any improvements, any sort of comments, questions, concerns whatsoever, please shoot us an email at singlemarineprogramokinawa@gmail.com. Let me say that again, singlemarineprogramokinawa@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure to join us next time. Thank you.